Hey, what is up, you sexy beasts? This is Solanum-Heart here, and I'm bringing you a commentary about my weekend. You guys probably wondered where I was. I haven't uploaded since Friday night, and I'm back. Basically, I had a very busy weekend, a very fun one as well. Winky face, a lot of stuff happened, and it was quite exciting in my end. It was pretty fun. So basically what happened was, for me, this was homecoming weekend, and I'd never been to a school dance before, and there were several my firsts that happened this weekend, and I'll lay out a few of those, but not really going to go into any detail. So I went to pick up this girl that I have been talking to for several years. She's amazing, and she's probably watching this right now, and I went to pick her up in another city a few hundred miles away, and so I drive in my car, and I go with my dad because it's a pretty long, sketchy drive, and I didn't want to be alone either. So I go with my dad, and we're going along to her city, right? And so we're like, okay, well, we're driving. He has like 8-year-old GPS, and it's pretty old, and it's been pretty reliable. So we're like, okay, well, we'll set it to our destination, and so far it's taking us on the right path, and everything was going good. And then we get like maybe 40 miles away, and it's like, all right, take a right on this like kind of sketchy road. And I'm like, okay, so we're taking a right, we get off the highway, and we're like, okay, and we keep going. It's like, all right, take a left on this other road that we've never heard of or seen or anything like that. And we start going into this kind of foresty area. We're traveling pretty far away from civilization here, and then we keep going, and it's like, take a right on this really sketchy road. And I'm like, okay, well, this road doesn't even have pavement on it. This is a gravel road. And so we start traveling down this road, and I see signs on my left, and it's like, you know, private property, no trespassing. And I see this like 5 times, so we're like going, I'm like, Dad, that just said private property, because he was on his phone and stuff. So he's like, yeah, we should probably turn back. And it's a 1-lane road, so it was really, really hard to turn back. There was no space. There's trees on either side. It looked like this, also like this, with a little bit of, the worst part was this. And so we continue to keep going, and we saw one truck coming on his way back, and we're like, okay, so we kind of pull off to the right a little bit because there's Murica, and we drive on the right. And so, you know, they pass us. It was pretty close, but and we keep going in the shrubbery, and this is a gravel road. There are potholes and filled with water because it rained a little bit that day. And so we keep driving, right? We're getting more scared and more scared, because it's like, you know, you're on private property, you can be shot, you know, stuff like that. And there weren't signs that said that, but we're on private property. There's signs that said that, and it's a gravel road in the middle of freaking nowhere. Okay, we're nowhere near the highway, nowhere near any fast roads, and this is windy, sketchy road. Okay, and so we keep going, and my dad's like, okay, we gotta turn back. I'm like, come on, this road ends in like a mile, let's just go, 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 go. He's like, no, we gotta turn back. We don't know what's at the end of that. And so we're like, okay, so this is in Oregon, by the way, guys. And so we're like, okay, well, we gotta turn around. We finally find a spot to turn around, and it's like super sketchy. And so this witch comes out, and I'm kidding. But so we like pull off to the side, and we're able to turn around and get out of there. And we drove pretty fast out of there. And then Dad gets on his phone, like while we're out there trying to find a new route. And it's like basically telling us we're in the middle of nowhere. There's like main roads, right, to our left and right. Like we're in the center of the middle of freaking nowhere, okay? And so I swear to God, we were just gonna get murdered out there, slaughtered or something, like Ed Gein style. Show a picture here. But yeah, so it was a very sketchy road indeed. Very strange. We did not trust that GPS for the entirety of the trip, because we've been to this city, we've been to this area before. But the thing was, is like we trusted this GPS because it was like a city next to a city that we've been to. So we're like, okay, well, we'll trust this GPS until it started going on this road. Then we're like, okay, well, we're gonna use Google Maps because Google knows what it's doing. Apple doesn't. Oh, burn. I'm an Android guy. And so that was pretty sketchy. So we get her, and we get back at around like 5, because we left at like 9 a.m. and then because we got lost, that cost us about an hour. We got her at like a little after 1, and then we got home around like 4:35. So we decide to we come home, we drop off my dad because he needs to get my little brother, and then we head to Olive Garden. And at Olive Garden, they had the best waiter ever. Joe, if you are watching this guy is amazing. He's just a fantastic waiter, and he was hilarious. So we're like sitting there ready to eat, and he's like, so what are you lovely kids doing tonight, or something like that. She wasn't dressed up, I wasn't dressed up or anything, but you know, we were just at a nice restaurant, and you know, just her and I. And so we're like, yeah, it's homecoming night. And he's like, oh, really? Well, you have to tell me what that's like. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of people grind and stuff. And so we're like, okay. And so he gets us our food and our drinks and stuff, and he's just being really funny, having accents and stuff. And it's just really good time. So it comes time for the bill, and I'm like, okay. So he hands us the bill, and it was like 28 bucks or something. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give this guy 45. And so, you know, pretty generous tip right there. And so I'm like, okay, give him 45, and he like goes over there and does his thing. It was cash. And so he's like, okay, well, here's your change, sir. He comes back with all the money, and I'm like, keep it. He's like, oh my god, I'll be able to eat tonight. This guy was hilarious. He totally deserved it, and I felt really good doing that. And then we decide to go back home because she needs to spend 2 hours doing her hair and makeup at my house because she stayed with me at my house. She slept in the bonus room, totally alone, by the way. I mean, come on. And so that night, stuff happened. But I am still a virgin, but I'm not going to delve into what exactly happened. I'll write it at the bottom of the description, but if you guys are curious and perverted like I am, but I'm not going to go into any detail whatsoever. But yeah, so that happened on Sunday primarily during the day, and that was really, really fun. So we go to homecoming after she gets ready, okay? And we're going there, and we drive there, and it's really cold, and we're like walking and stuff. We get in there, and there are a lot of people there. We're having a good time, and then we just leave about an hour and a half later. So it's like she did 2 hours of makeup for an hour and a half of homecoming. That was girl logic, right? I guess. But yeah, we go home and we just watch movies. We watch Wayne's World. Pretty freaking funny movie, you guys. I don't know if you've seen it. I need to watch it again because I did not pay attention. And so that kind of happened. And then also we watched Groundhog's Day the next night, favorite movie ever. And then we also watched Captain Phillips at the movie theaters. Fantastic movie, guys. I do recommend that one, and I would recommend you guys watching that. So some of the stuff happened this weekend, and quite a bit of firsts. You know, first time taking a girl to a really nice restaurant. First time taking I'm kidding, but first time, you know, going to a school dance, which was interesting. I didn't grind, sadly, I know. But, yeah, it was cool. We danced. I had a really great weekend. But anyway, I really made this video just to let you guys know I'm back. Have a great day, and remember the fact that I love you.